Hey everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death.
Howdy. So Frank has just KO'd 2 town guards who are currently unconscious in the tavern room of the Weary Woodsman, along with a very weary woodsman lying underneath a blanket with his guts spilled.
Okay.
What was your epiphany face?
It's the music. I hear both in music and church music.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure it's
Maybe
intentional.
Ryan doesn't know what he's doing. Or maybe he knows exactly what he's doing.
Okay, whatever you want. I'm just a little. I was pondering it for a moment.
Take it in.
Okay, so I sit and wait.
You hear the voice of God as you're standing over these corpses that surround you.
Morgan Freeman, are you finally here?
So what does Frank do?
Frank waits for the kid to come back with the hunter.
All right. So about 3 minutes pass, and you hear a coming from the doorway. You look to see the guard struggling to his knees.
I should have brought them inside and put them in a more comfortable position. All right, as he gets to his knees, I go over in front of him, put my hands on my hips, and go, "How you feeling?"
I've been attacked. I've been attacked.
Hey! That was an hour ago. You're all right.
And pushes through the crowd. It's how long are they out?
It's like 3 minutes.
Yeah. All right. He scrambles to his feet.
Wait, no, hold on. If you're knocked unconscious, I think you're actually unconscious for 4 hours.
You can look it up for me.
I am.
I rolled for it, but I may have been wrong with what I rolled.
I remember with the punching rules, the brawling rules somewhere, it said if someone actually gets knocked unconscious, then they're unconscious from pummeling, page 84. If a pummeling attack scores a critical hit, do not use the procedures in Chapter 6. Instead, the defender must save versus death or be knocked unconscious for 3d10 combat rounds. The attacker's hit probability, okay, I guess that's it then. No?
There's the temporary HP, I think might be what it's under.
Maybe. Temporary damage. Characters. Okay, here we go. Temporary damage automatically heals at the rate of 1 point per combat round, no matter what injury. Creatures reduced to -10. Hit points by temporary damage are still dead. Characters reduced to 0 to -9. Recover 1 per combat round, but remain unconscious for 2d6 full turns or until healed.
Okay.
That turns 10 minutes,
yeah.
right?
So this is happening half an hour later. If you would have done something in that half an hour, let me know.
The only thing I would have done is drag the guards inside and,
shut the door.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the only difference... Okay, so he scrambles to the door, which is closed.
Okay.
And fumbles to get it open.
I let him go if he wants to go.
Okay. Guard goes running.
Screaming,
I've been attacked! Help!
Okay. Is the other guard still unconscious?
Yeah, the other guard's still unconscious.
Okay. I need to go speak to Clayton now.
Yeah, you think you saw him go into the back room about 10 minutes ago?
I follow him.
He's in his office, sitting in his chair, head in his hands.
Clayton. I'm gonna need to ask a favor of you here.
A favor?
Yeah.
After all you've done.
I hand him my bag of gold and my bag of copper.
How much gold is that?
26 gold and 320 copper.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm going to hand him my bag of gold and silver, which is 139 silver and 26 gold. I'm going to say, I'm going to need you to hold on to these for me. If something happens, I might be spending some time inside again. And
Again?
they're going to take my money, probably. So you're going to hold on to this for me. And if anything doesn't, if anything happens, you're going to hold on to this for me, and I'll come back and get it. And I know exactly what the count is, so you keep it for me, nice and safe. Put it under a floorboard, bury it in the ground somewhere. This is Frank's money, and you'll be doing me a solid by holding on. Good man. And I clap him on the shoulder. And I need to record. What's his name? Clayton. Clayton has Frank's money. 26 GP, 139 SP. So 26 gold, 139 silver. I'm just keeping my copper. Okay. Now I wait for the kid to return, or the other guard to wake up, whatever.
Neither.
Then I wait until I die.
I don't think you're going to wait quite that long. So about an hour or so, you think later, you're sort of all on edge, pacing around, sort of waiting for the inevitable. And you hear it.
I go to the door and open it.
Front door. All right, standing before you is another guard, you would guess, based on the armor he's wearing.
What type of armor?
The same padded leather armor. And behind him, a man in a plain brown robe.
I suppose you're here for the body?
He nods. Bodies. We heard there's been an assault. He sort of looks you up and down.
I shrug and open the door and point to the corpse on the table.
He's got his hand on his blade, and he steps in.
After I point to the corpse, I put my hands behind my back and take off my brass knuckles. And try and... I guess I just tuck them into my belt in the back and just hope they don't fall out.
The man in the robe sort of taps the guard on the shoulder and whispers into his ear. The guy gives a shrug, and then the guard points to the unconscious body on the floor. Where's the guard?
On the floor.
And what happened to him?
Oh, he slipped and hit his head.
Clang, 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 as the guard steps over and takes a knee next to his fallen comrade.
I turn to the robed man. Who are you?
He sort of cocks his hooded head towards you. You catch a glimpse of his face, and you see nasty, mangled scars running down his cheek and neck. Looks like maybe burn marks.
Hello? Anyone under there?
He's met your gaze, and he's looking up at you, but he doesn't reply. You hear a shout from the guard. He's alive. He's breathing.
Told you, he just slipped and hit his head. He's fine.
And who did he slip over? Says the guard, standing up and turning towards you.
Nothing. He was just walking from one side of the room to the other. Clumsy oaf that he is. Tangled his feet. Went down like a sack of potatoes. Hit his head. And I just put him there so he'd be nice and comfortable. Yeah, I think this corpse here stumbled in through your front gate while your buddies, this guy and the other one who ran off screaming about feigned injuries, let him... Well, they left the gate open all night long. And this little sucker here...
The guard, both of their attention has drifted away from you. You're like monologuing to yourself. The road man breaks gaze with you for 30 seconds or so and walks over to the corpse.
Frank crosses his arms and stands very upset.
Back to the corpse. So you stop delivering your.
I stop. Frank is very upset. He's on the edge of beating someone up, but he's not going to yet.
All right. They spend a couple of minutes going over the corpse. You hear some whispers. And the guard begins to start to fiddle with the dead man's belongings. The robed figure steps over to the unconscious guard, and starts to look over him.
Hey, I go to the constable who's looking at the corpse.
Yeah, you step over, and he's like struggling to get the guy's shirt off over him, trying gingerly not to touch the bloody parts, which is most of the shirt.
I do not offer to help and watch and say, "What are you looking for?"
He gives up and he draws his blade.
I take a few steps back.
And he starts cutting through the guy's shirt.
Okay, I take another step forward, but reach
for...
my left hand behind my back and slip on. Wait, my left hand. I think I am left-handed. Reach my right hand behind my back and slip on one of the brass knuckles, and then just kind of keep my hand behind my back while I use my left hand to talk with.
Just preparing the body, but looks like we may have a guard killer on the loose.
Is this guy a former guard?
No.
Why do you say a guard
hunter.
Killer?
He points his knife hand to the unconscious guard on the floor.
He's alive. He's not dead.
Crouched over him. All right, the guard proceeds to strip the corpse naked.
You say this guy was a hunter?
Most of them are.
Most of who?
This town, Wodheim.
Hunters, really? Most of them?
We make our living on the land.
Inside his head, Frank is cursing all the people outside. When he asked for a hunter, no one stepped forward. Fucking assholes. Uh-huh. Any idea what killed this man?
He sheathes the knife, leaving the man completely naked on the table, and steps back and stands by his head. And killed him. Probably wolves.
You know, your boys at the gate left it open all night. Fell asleep, and this guy walked right on past him. At least that's what they claim. I think something a little bit more... Some sort of word that starts with now happened. I'm Frank. Frank Kershaw.
And why the fuck am I talking to you?
You're talking to me because this man happens to be dead in an establishment that I have a monetary interest in. I'm keen to get the body out of here, get the problem solved, so it doesn't affect my business.
I'm just waiting for my spare set of hands to wake up.
Fine, I'll give you...
my home as much as it is in yours.
I try and slip the brass knuckles off surreptitiously and stick them back in the belt and say, "Fine, I'll help you."
Roll a dexterity check.
Oh god. Oh no, I shouldn't have put them on. What's my dex? My dex is 11. 14.
Yeah, so he seems to catch you putting the brass knuckles away, but doesn't say anything.
Okay. I help him with whatever he needs.
Sure, grab his legs.
I grab his legs.
All right. The robed figure stands up and starts emptying the contents of a belt pouch onto a table. Come on, let's go. The guard picks up his hands.
But we're just going to carry him naked through the streets?
And he starts leading the way, carrying him.
All right. Frank doesn't protest, but internally he's like, why the hell did we strip this guy naked before we took him anywhere? It seems very unkind. Even for a lawman.
All right. And the robed figure sort of pushes his way in front of the guard as you're approaching the door and opens the door for the two of you.
I
He's
speak up. I
holding
speak up. You're gonna take him naked through the streets like this?
The man in the hood turns to you for the first time and says in a hoarse, raspy voice, "The rites must be performed."
Is this a normal?
He's holding like a little lantern that's spewing smoke in your face.
Is this a normal custom
outside.
to carry the dead naked through the streets?
Do you have a religion proficiency
No.
or anything of the sort?
No.
Roll an intelligence check, I think, at -5.
Okay. D20 plus 5. 24.
Why is it +5? Oh, your intelligence. Okay.
My intelligence is 10. Yeah.
You've never heard of anything like this.
I don't
You're-
I
you were
hold the
brought
feet and
up-
I keep them in place and say, whoa, 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 whoa. We're not just gonna drag him naked through the streets. That's sacrilegious.
The cycle must be complete. He
What
must leave
cycle?
this world as he came into it. His bare feet on the ground.
His feet were bare on the ground when he came in. I set his feet on the ground. I stop holding him.
The door is wide open. The prophet, sage, holy man with his billowing incense in his hand, standing in the doorway, spewing smoke inside the inn. You see past him a crowd of people gathered.
Now, just one goddamn minute. This man
guard-
died, and
Are
you
you gonna
can't
help or not?
at least throw a sheet over him.
The hoarse voice of the prophet speaks up. His skin must feel the sun. Last time.
Did the unconscious guard have a cloak about him or anything?
The unconscious guard has a cloak. Yes.
I set the feet down. I go to the unconscious guard and I try and just take his cloak off and toss it over the unconscious, over the dead man.
Okay. You start moving towards the guard and you say, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?"
I'm gonna put something over
body.
him.
Stop that.
No.
Um,
I shouldn't say no.
You're
I should
not-
just do it.
you're not surprised, but you should roll initiative for me.
Okay. $12.
All right. You take a kick to the back, and you go splaying out onto the ground. You take a kick's D3, I believe.
It depends on what he's wearing on his foot.
High heels.
Oh no. Bare feet are D3. Shoes or boots are D4. Heavy boots are D6.
Ooh.
Iron shod or hobnailed boots are D8, which I think is kind of ridiculous. That's longsword damage.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's temporary though, right? Still, that's retarded. All right, 2 points of damage
Okay.
from his heavy boots, and you were kneeling to remove the cloak. Now you're sort of splayed out prone.
That is temporary, you said?
Yeah, it was a kick to your back.
Okay.
You're on top of this unconscious guard now. Get your grubby hands off of him.
I turn and I shoulder charge this guy.
You are on your face.
Okay, I guess if I'm on my face, I get up. I guess
You roll over, you look up at the guard towering over you.
yeah. I'd like to rather than shoulder. I'd like to shoulder charge under here. How do you say? If I'm on the ground, I want to get up and from a squatting position, go up into him and then pick him and toss him to the ground.
You
Like
can make a regular. I mean, I don't think.
I guess a throw is what I'm looking to do.
skipped out on that proficiency, if I recall.
Okay. Well
Like it's
then.
martial arts type something or other.
Oh, you're right. That is a type of martial arts.
So
Okay.
you can make a regular unarmed attack. You can make a wrestling attack, but the mechanics do not exist for you to do what you're doing unless you have taken a proficiency in that martial arts style.
So can't I make that attack
You're
at
like
a penalty of
here
2?
you are, a specialized judo master, using your real life knowledge to come up with these moves that Frank has no awareness of.
Oh, fine. Then I guess I get up and I just pummel him.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can do like a shoulder attack at the same.
No,
As your
I think you're right. It's probably more in Frank's character to pummel, and I'm just getting excited. So I swing a fist for 13.
You do a shoulder butt. You like stand up, and as you're standing, you like shoulder him in the gut. He's unarmed, and you roll for whatever you. Oh, but you're better off using your fists, aren't you?
Yeah, my fist damage is
So
way higher.
you stand up and you uppercut him with your brass. You're not wearing brass knuckles.
I'm not wearing brass knuckles,
So
so
it
I think
doesn't
it's D2 plus 2 damage, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
4 damage. Wait, is it D2? Because I'm a martial artist.
Yeah. You stand up, throwing your
D3.
shoulder
It should be
into his diaphragm. The air leaks from his lungs. He goes flying backwards and crashes through a chair behind him.
Okay, it's actually 5 damage because it's D3 without anything. And then I turn to the robed man.
He's sort of staring straight at you, standing in the doorway. Sunlight gleaming behind him. You can only sort of see his silhouette.
Frank's gonna do it, and I go to punch the robed man. 9.
Right. He steps out of the way, and you go flying into the doorway, or like past him. He steps aside. So you two are now both standing in the doorway, smoke sort of billowing in your face. You find it difficult not to cough.
Okay.
Roll initiative. There's actually a naked body
6.
in the doorway that you like stumbled over as you went to assault the holy man. So it's like a doorway. You probably took a few steps out the door to like not be standing on top of a corpse. I don't know if you need a map. 6. You go first if you'd like.
I got 6 as well.
All right. And yeah, you go first.
Okay.
You got higher than 6. But he does begin to bellow now, no longer his hoarse voice. He's found his confidence. This beast! This is the man that slew Hansen. The poor hunter. This monstrosity spilled his guts in our streets.
Left hook is a miss. Right jab is a hit. I think 14.
Yeah, roll for damage.
3 damage.
All right. You punch. It feels like all he's wearing is the robe. You meet no resistance, and your knuckles sink in. He gives a, ooh. And even now, he hungers for my blood. My people, subdue this monster.
You archfiend in disguise! You would drag the dead through the streets naked, their guts lying out on the ground. You blasphemer!
Roll initiative again. He forgoes his turn and just stares you face to face. He's sort of drawn you a few feet away from the building. I mean, you're still within 5 feet of it. You haven't left your square, but he's rotated around you.
So he's outside, and I'm.
You're both outside.
Okay.
I mean, you're more in the doorway. You sort of turn to face him and the crowd. You
5 initiative.
go first.
3, and other hand is natural 1. Ooh, Frank is. Things are not going well for Frank. Natural 1 on my saving throw versus death, followed by a 15. Oh god. Oh god.
All right. Nothing bad happens, except for the tidal wave of commoners. And I'm looking up an overbear.
The commoners are going to overbear me?
These, over, where the fuck is over there? This music is no longer appropriate. Maybe it is. Maybe we're having a funeral already. All right. +1 for each additional. Do you have any dexterity?
No.
All right. So you were just inundated with a flood of people climbing around you, climbing all over you. It's like a dog pile.
I get dogpiled.
You get dog piled.
Isn't there an opposed strength check roll or something?
Yes, there's now an opposed strength check.
Come on, Frank. 33.
33.
Can't hold me down.
Yeah, so you're standing strong. You've got like people gripping your arms and your legs. You feel like the whole crowd is just rushed. Like you feel like you're at. Who am I talking about? Neil's never been to a rock concert.
I have been dragged to many rock concerts by my wife.
It's like you're like in the mosh pit, and there's just like a flood of people. A few of them have grabbed you, and you're just like you're staying up, but
okay. I shout, "This got blasphemers, sacrilegious!"
Restrain the beast. He must be cleansed by silver and fire. And the robed figure sort of disappears and steps backwards into the crowd, and people just keep flooding.
I do not pursue anything, but I seethe with anger and trying to shake people off of me.
Roll initiative.
God. 7.
7. You go first.
I just try and get back inside. Do I need to do anything?
There are a couple of people between you and the door now, and there's a body in the doorway, laying face up.
I do my best to just push past the people in front of me. Push them out of the way.
Roll 2 opposed strength checks.
A 28 and a natural 1.
All right. So you get. I mean, there's now a guy like. There's someone in the doorway, or like between you and the body.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't seem to budge him out of the way.
Get out of the way, little man.
That's sort of your turn. Where do you want to face?
I want to face the guy in the doorway. I want to be trying to intimidate him to get him out of the way.
All right. Once again, there's just a wave of people to hit the side of the building, and you along with it. Roll another opposed strength check.
29.
29. Yeah, that's enough. You are rolling well when it counts. So you're hit by the tidal wave. You stay standing. The man in front of you that was blocking your way is like joined the throng, but you brush him off as well. And roll initiative again. Yes.
5.
You go first.
I try and get inside again.
Another shove, another opposed strength
33. Check. God, I'm rolling so well on my strength checks.
Right. This time you shove the guy out of. He trips over the head of the corpse.
Okay.
Shimmy over, step inside of the building.
Once inside, I want to drag the corpse inside and shut the door. And if there's a mechanism to lock it, do so.
Roll a strength check.
18.
All right, you pick up the body by the feet and start dragging it. You get it out of the doorway, but people start flooding into the bar. Roll initiative. Oh wait, no.
Well, what do they do once they get in the bar? Because I want to shut the door. I'll take care of
Okay,
people
so
in the bar.
two make it in that round. They close with you. They go to grab for you. You let go of the corpse's feet, and like I don't know how a pummeler you go into boxing mode and just like dodge their punches or grabs, and roll initiative again.
You bastards. 12 initiative. Frank is slowing down again.
All right. Another sort of steps in, but there's still a corpse blocking the main path into the room. Two more grab attacks against you. One of them is a hit, I believe, 14.
That
You
should
don't
be.
have any dex or anything.
No, my AC with my armor is 14.
Okay. Roll post strength.
That's right. I forgot. I'm wearing wolfhide armor.
Ooh. Even more reason for them to burn you at the stake.
25 on my strength check.
Skin changer.
I'm getting the impression this guy was killed by a werewolf now.
It gripped you.
Did you say he gripped me?
You threw his hand off.
Yes. Yeah.
And you can.
I go to the door and to shut the door and lock it or bar it.
There's now 3 people in the room. One of them is literally in the doorway. You've got a corpse in front of you.
Shove the person in the doorway out of the doorway and then shut the door behind him.
All right. Roll a dexterity check.
No, 19.
As you step in the open abdomen of the corpse and make your shove attack. No penalty. Just for flavor, you're now standing in a corpse.
That's a strength check. I'm sorry, roll the hit.
I'll let you read.
Oh no, 3. I rolled a 2.
Another justice is served. So you shove, but you're like you can't get very good leverage because you've now got a foot inside the abdomen.
Oh god, no! This is so bad.
Did you go first that round?
No, I went last.
Okay, roll again.
Don't I get a second? I got 2.
Okay, if it's your specialized round, you get another attack.
Oh, I haven't even been considering specialized rounds. I'm just saying that I've got unarmed attacks.
If you're gonna,
but you're right.
Shove is a different action.
I haven't even. Yeah, that makes sense. But I haven't even been considering my.
I think from now on, a shove is a full action. Like you can't use your pummeling proficiency to shove.
Okay, so in a round you can make your attacks, or you can make a shove.
Which doesn't deal any damage, but it can like slide people around.
Okay, I'll abide by that for now, but I think I can lure my way out of that later when I need to.
I don't think there is even like a shove in the rule book. There's maybe like shield punches, but
yeah, it's a slam.
That's a shield slam, right?
I don't know.
There's like a pull trip. Basically, does an attack and then a strength or dex roll.
No, slam is different. Because there is a section in block, hold shot, disarm, grab, overbear, pull, trip, sap, shield punch, shield rush, trap and break, unarmed attack, unhorse.
Is there any good battle music?
Clash of Kings and Superhero are both good.
Courtesy of tabletopaudio.com.
Which is still fantastic and keeps being more fantastic somehow. Yeah, I don't actually just see a push. Alright, I guess I can't lawyer my way out of this unless you make some shield bash lawyer rules. What the hell is a shield? Shield rush. Because you can always make a shield punch as an offhand attack if you have a shield. If that doesn't... The character moves into the square of his opponent on base initiative, executes the shield punch, and backs out on his own square following initiative phase. But that doesn't actually knock anyone down or push them back. Yeah, I think for a push, because the shield rush me says that you need like 10 feet of running room, and then you make it a shield rush attack, and it seems like that is a full turn action. Making a shield rush also costs the character a normal attack, but it isn't considered an offhand weapon like a shield punch. The shield bearer hits with the attack, make an opposed strength check roll to see if the opponent knocks him down. Yada 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 yada. Okay, so it sounds like a push or a shield rush would be a normal attack. Okay. Anyway, I don't know whose turn it is anymore. What's going on?
Omega Pulsar suggests you declare a heroic fray. Technically legal.
Because, yeah, I don't... Not yet. I don't feel like it would be heroic fray. Not a big fan of the heroic fray rules. I think they're a little ridiculous.
Like speed up combat.
Yeah.
All right. Whose initiative was it?
I think it's new turn initiative.
Yeah, because you didn't get your extra attacks.
5.
You go first.
Okay. I am going to push this guy out the door. No. No, I'm not.
Get away.
Get out of the way! Leave this poor man. He's dead. He doesn't need you guys doing anything else to him.
Doesn't budge. And you have to make 3 opposed strength checks. Maybe I should have just done 1 to overbear.
21, 28, 32.
Ooh. Ooh. Mm-hmm. There's two passes, so you're held by 2 different people.
Ooh,
the guy in front of you and the guy to one of your sides. You got an arm pinned, and the other guy has like got a grip of your shirt, and he like shoves into your space and turns around and says, "Come get him! The beast won't go down easy."
Beast? What beast are you talking about? Damn it! This man deserves some respect. Unhand me, you cowardly bastards! Fight me fair. 8 initiative.
You go first.
How far are they just holding onto my arms, or are they like stretching me? How close are they to me?
You've got one guy who's got you by like the cuff of your shirt, and it's like up in your grill, and like shouting at the crowd behind him. One has your left arm, and then there's a guy to your right.
Okay.
Your right arm is free.
My arm is free. I'm going to take it and use it to punch the guy holding my left arm across the guy in front of me.
Yeah. Roll to hit.
10?
That will do it.
For 5 points of damage.
Ooh, so sorry. No. He takes the hit. He sort of cowers, but he keeps a grip on your wrist.
Oh, I was hoping to knock him out so that I could use my left hand to make an extra attack.
Max HP.
Alright, so that means I don't get 2 attacks with this round. I would get... Because last round I pushed, so this round I get my 1 attack, and next round I would get 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm done for this round, other than cursing at them to let me go.
All right. More townsfolk start to pour in.
Uh-oh.
Roll an opposed strength check.
post strength checks. 133. How many did you need from me?
Just one.
33.
It's 10. Jesus.
I've rolled
Every single one of my overbears, you've rolled so well.
I've rolled so many 18s and 19s for strength checks. It's amazing.
Basically have to get over 30 to succeed in this. But now there's like a dozen people piled into the common room of this inn.
Oh god.
The body in the doorway has just been like trampled. It's disgusting. There's blood and guts all over the floor. You're basically mud wrestling in this guy's blood and guts.
Oh god.
It's awful. It stinks. He's been sitting out all night.
Oh god. Okay.
A little bit of incense wafts in. You get a whiff of some guy's armpit and the body odor, and it's a relief.
Is there still a guy holding my left arm?
Yes, still holding your left arm. Someone got you by the cuff, and there's just a swarm of people gathering around you. Roll initiative.
$13.
God, chat. All right. You go second. So they make another attempt to bring you down. Let's. Yeah. So the guy immediately next to you is snatching at your right hand, but you're like pulling it out of his reach, and the dog pile continues, but you're still standing amidst it. It's like it's like a cone of just like bodies just like crawling on top of each other, and you're the pinnacle of the mountain.
Okay. I aim and shot at the guy holding my left arm still. 14?
It's enough to hit him, and he goes
3 points of damage.
Down, just absorbed into the pile.
Okay.
And you have your left hand free, which you may now use.
So I can use an offhand, and then I get my second main hand attack. So d20 plus 1 at the guy holding my shirt. 10.
That's a hit.
For 4 damage.
All right. He lets go of your shirt.
Can I use my my second attack, not my offhand attack, to put on my brass knuckles now, or is that more than one action?
You can punch or you can nothing. Yeah, no.
So
what would you hold on a second? Oh, you could use your off.
I can't use it. How do I equip weapons?
Yes, you can do that. Okay, yeah. If you didn't, yeah, sure. You can equip 1 pair of brass knuckles.
Just 1.
And make 2 attacks.
Okay, yeah.
Your specialist, you can do double punch.
Punch, offhand, put on brass knuckles.
Yeah. 2E is not very explicit about this sort of stuff. I don't think you're going to find anything satisfying in the rule book.
Yeah, I'm happy to go with whatever you think is reasonable.
Yeah, I think so the second attack is basically a freebie because you're specialized.
Right.
Skip your offhand. I think you can like draw a sword and make an attack with it in 1 round.
Right.
Draw a pair of brass knuckles. And you can even make those attacks with your brass knuckles. Well, actually, no, because to get your offhand, you had to punch. Anyways, end of round, right?
Yeah. So, well, I mean, I've armed now, and I shout to them all. I shout to the people in front of me, "Get off of me, you oafs!" And then I'm done.
Roll initiative again.
5.
All right, you go first. They're still clamoring to get to you. There's
like a sea of people around me.
There's at least a dozen bodies in okay. Like the doorway of this tavern. You look around. Clayton and the girls have long since fled the scene.
All right, Frank is going brawler mode. 13 to hit.
13 is a hit.
Oh, this should be D4 plus 2. That should be 6 damage.
Okay.
D20 plus 1. A 10 to hit.
Roll for damage.
6 damage.
All right.
Ideally aimed at 2 different targets.
Yeah, you're slinging hands left and right. Yeah, you slide on your other pair of brass knuckles.
Yeah, I'm just I'm gonna fray it out, and just,
flying.
anyone that's in the room that's giving me shit, I'm just gonna knock out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops, those are
And
gems.
I'm glad that this is all temporary because Frank doesn't want to kill anybody. He just wants to, get people away from him and knock him down.
Down with the skin changer. Fire and silver. Fire and silver. So someone makes a dive at you and winds up smacking into someone else in the pile, and that guy goes flying and breaks a chair. So a little clearing appears behind you. There are people all around clamoring for your limbs, but no one gets a grip. And you roll initiative again. 0th level townsfolk are remarkably inefficient in hand-to-hand combat.
7 for initiative. I think you've just probably been getting really unlucky rolls.
Yeah,
there's no way.
I keep trying to subdue you, and you get really lucky with your strength checks. I guess you've been
a lot of 18s and 19s.
They were trying to subdue you, and you just threw them off every time. Mm-hmm. That's basically a waste of everyone's round to try and overbear.
Okay, 7 initiative.
Go first, 2 attacks, and then 1 at the end of the round.
20 plus 1, 14.
That's a hit.
For 3 points of damage. Ooh, whoops, that should be a d20, not a d2. And then a natural 20, so 21, that's a double crit.
Sure, yeah.
8 damage.
Right,
or if you want to use the punching rules, I just have a chance to knock him unconscious. Where did we land on that with the crits knocking people unconscious rather than rolling on a critical effect table?
Okay, KO. What is the save? Resist, or is there none?
I'm looking it up right now. Page 84. If a pummeling attack scores a critical hit, do not use the piercing. Instead, the defender must save versus death or be knocked unconscious for 3d10 combat rounds.
Okay. Is it cumulative, all of these knocked unconscious?
No, I think this would just be a straight 3d10.
I think you clear his HP and you knock him unconscious.
Oh.
He's down for the count.
He's just down, anyways. Yeah. He's out for a while. Okay. And I shout, "Get off of me!" Again.
Yeah, they've sort of gotten off of you. Roll initiative again.
I get my second attack at the end of the round.
Oh yeah, sure. Make another punch.
19, 18, 18 to 19, so that's another crit. 2d4 plus 2.
What was the first crit?
The first one was a 21. This is 10 damage with a saving throw versus death for unconsciousness.
So you see another spray of teeth across the air. You stumble back, yanking a string of entrails behind you. You sort of step into the clearing onto a splinter of chairs. There's a person fumbling to get to their feet behind you. You see there's like 6 people sort of standing around and backing away from you. It's new initiative, but you're clearing a space for yourself.
Okay. Initiative is 10.
Right. So there's a ring of people, maybe about 10 feet away from you. That someone scrambles and flees from you and disappears behind someone else.
Okay.
You see a clear shot to the kitchen where the table went flying.
I want to look for Clayton's office.
Yeah, same place. Same
place. I make my way there. Is he in his office, perchance?
No, his office door is closed and locked.
I want to bash it down.
Roll your...
Open doors check. 8 or less on a d20. 1.
All right, you ram your shoulder into the door and... Ow. So it hurts your shoulder.
Wait, that should be a success.
Oh, low is good.
Yeah.
Okay. Still hurts your shoulder, but the door goes splintering off its hinges. You see an empty, dark office. There's a small desk, papers on it.
I throw open the desk drawers, hoping all of my money is inside of it.
You open the first couple of drawers and just they're full of paper.
Damn it! He took my money like I told him to. What a bastard. Okay. If I have time, I want to make for an exit. If not, we'll just wait till next round.
No, roll initiative again.
5.
All right. All right. So you're rifling through this desk, and you look up to see a hooded figure stepping into the room, lantern billowing, incense. Your nose is greeted with the smell of sage.
What is happening in this town?
Silhouette looks like it's holding a cudgel in its hand.
What in the name of the All-Mother is happening in this town?
The holy man steps in, wielding one of the guards' cudgels. Just putting out a feral dog. As he brings the cudgel down quite violently, and it smashes into the desk in front of you. And Clayton's belongings all around.
I go for
a splash of embers kicks up into your face as you roll to hit.
Ooh!
I roll a save versus death.
6. That is a fail.
Okay, you're like you pretty sure you just like if you're not sure if you burned your eyeball out. You're like rubbing it frantically, make an offhand attack.
16
is a hit.
It's 5 damage.
Alrighty. Roll initiative.
Okay. 9.
9 to hit, or 9 on initiative.
Yeah.
Another with the club. You took, for some reason, at first impression, you assumed this guy was old and decrepit, but he's moving quite gingerly.
Soulless bastard. 9 to hit. Offhand is an 11.
Hit.
For 6.
Damn.
And then my second attack at the end of the round is a 10.
Make it as he's going down.
For another 4. So 10 to him total that round.
All right. The first punch goes into his gut, and you bring your elbow crashing down on his head, and he face plants into the ground, dropping his... What the fuck is the name of that thing that spews the incense?
Oh! It's
probably even in the player's handbook. Anyways, it goes clattering to the floor, sending a spew of sparks onto some papers nearby.
Yeah, that thing is called a...
You catch your breath, your heart pumping in your chest. As we go for our third break?
Yeah, let's take our third break right now. A sensor.
Okay, I had no idea what that word was, but I knew there was a word for it.
I think it's called a sensor.
Thank you, chat. And
no, that's not what it is. I have no idea what it is. Chat, do you know what it is? Oh, that's right. A sensor. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, third break it is. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. Bye-bye.